All right, so I don't usually do this. I'm not one for making videos, but it is the day after Thanksgiving, 2019, and I've been out hunting all week. I came up north to Springfield, Maine, where I grew up, wanting to track a big buck. I've been listening to Hal Blood, Lee Libby, and Joe Cruzy for a year now. Their podcast, Big Woods Bucks, they got the itch to go tracking. Lots of great tips from those guys, so I highly recommend listening to their podcast. But I cut a track going across the road. We got about a foot of snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and we got about a foot of snow total. Didn't see anything yesterday. Cut a big track, so I was headed out this morning back towards the area that I was tracking that big buck yesterday, and I cut a couple tracks crossing the road, not too far into where I was headed. So I got out, checked him out. Looked like a buck following a doe, so I started following him, and a very fresh track, headed into the woods, and didn't get too far in. I could tell that he was behind her because he kind of lost her track a couple times, looped around, and came in, went after her, picked her track back up. And I started taking it easy because there's a couple times he did a little bit of a loop around a tree, and I think he was checking his back track. So I slowed down, and I got to a section where he did it again, and I kind of just looked around, and I could barely make out his face looking at me from his bed. He was bedded down under a fir tree, and I got it done. I am a big woods buck tracker. Let's take a look at him. If I can figure out how to turn this camera around. Well, I'll just show you. Look at that guy. Big buck down.